Alright, welcome to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. This is a first in Let's Play history on my channel. I am not the one doing the playing. I have a special guest with me.
Hi, I am Joel.
And he will be doing all of the navigating and so forth on Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. He is actually probably... Would you call yourself an expert?
I suppose I played through this game several times. I pretty much remember all the secrets, all the pieces of art without having to look them up.
Which is pretty damn good, because I've played through this several times myself, and I don't think I've come close to ever even partially memorizing those things. So, well, I think without further ado, we should get started, shall we?
Alright, let's do it. I'm going to start.
Mink.
So, what I have to do is go through and erase a player, and well, seems that we're already on that theme. I will be a mink again.
Mink is always a good thing. Alright, so here we go.
Start from the beginning. We get the opening narration where Link is being called telepathically
by his uncle. No, it's not his uncle. His uncle's in the house. Zelda. The wizard Aghanim. It's like you got phlegm cut in your throat.
Maybe a little bit. So your first task is going into the dungeon. It's
Mink.
Your first castle, your first task. This is your house. It's kind of a safe place. You can come back here and get hearts. Each of these jars will have a heart in it. This chest is going to have your lamp.
That's essential for getting through that first dungeon.
Through the first part, no, but once you go into the basement, you're going to need it.
Yeah, because you have a short range of vision in that darkness.
You have no vision in the darkness, but there are 3 places where you can actually pick up the lamp. There's one here.
Yep.
There's one when you first fall in the hole in the path.
Okay.
Which is the only way you can go. If you try any other direction where I'm heading, you're going to be blocked off by some guards, and they're going to be condescending to you.
Hey kid, get the hell out of here!
If you try to go around here, they'll just tell you no, we can't let you through. Go home and like. Some more messages.
Of course. Good old telepathy.
And you just have to go up this path. There's a hole underneath the bush.
And the classic Zelda sound when you find a secret.
Right. And this is where your uncle gives you your sword and shield.
The uncle kind of looks like Mario. He's got the mustache.
He does have to have the mustache a little bit. So your uncle's there.
And he's dead.
Knocked out. And what I'm going to do is switch out my controller here.
Okay.
My button is a little bit sticky on this.
Well, there we go. Hardware troubles on the fly getting solved. You have your go-to controller with the decal on it.
Yeah, this one's always worked well for me.
How old is that controller?
This came when I got the SNES new in 1992. This is another place where the lamp would be. If you didn't get the lamp in your house, it could be there as well.
So instead of the rupees, you get the lamp.
Right. So if you had got the lamp here, your house would have rupees in it.
Poopy rupees. I have to say, these are like some of the stupidest cards in all video games.
Yeah, those ones that just move back and forth, they have no smarts. The
It's
guy
like
at the top will attack you,
Yep.
but his vision, not so good.
No.
Uh,
And this is one of the best musical themes in this whole game, I think. We're not getting the full stereo effect live while we're recording because I have the audio split, but it's very good.
I think this one you just go on the roof.
Yep.
And you have to slash that thing, but you can't do that until you get the Master Sword.
Yes. Master using it, and you can have this. Now, there's the smarter guard. Blue. Still pretty stupid, though.
I don't really need the heart, sorry. Single rupee is not really going to do me good right now.
Nope.
There are better places to grind for rupees, which we will get to.
Oh yeah. I think I have an idea of what you're talking about. Maybe.
And this will probably bring. I think this brings you back on the roof as well.
Yep.
Which it does. And there's nothing here, I believe.
Yeah, it's just the ramparts.
Just the roof where those bomb throwers end up showing up later on once you complete the castle.
The bomb throwers. You get replaced by these ugly Cyclops-looking bomb throwers in the Dark World. Spoiler. I think it goes without saying this is gonna spoil the whole game for people.
Yeah, there's monsters in the Dark World.
There's monsters everywhere.
Now, I think that's the way I would be going, but up here I believe is the throne room.
Yep.
Which we will not be needing yet until we have Zelda, and then we'll push that out of the way.
Yep, the passage out of the throne room.
Which I believe technically counts as a separate dungeon, which is the one you need the lamp for. Otherwise you'll be in the dark.
And Link can't be in the dark, because he's Link. Well, Mink. He's a Minky Link.
He sure is.
Ah, key!
It is a good idea to defeat all the enemies in a room, because quite often getting a item depends on you defeating all of the enemies in the room.
And that's pretty much a staple of the Zelda series. That goes all the way back to the very first Zelda. You'd have to defeat all the enemies in a room.
I keep getting poked.
Not good. Don't get poked off the edge. You'd only lose, what, half a heart if you fell off?
You lose a full heart.
It would be a full heart. So, you don't want that. There we go. Now, where would you rank this among your favorite Zelda games?
It could be my my top here.
Is this your favorite SNES game?
It's one of them. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, so it's really kind of hard to say which one would be number one overall.
Yeah, for me, number one, this is a first for my channel. It's the first Super Nintendo Let's Play I've ever done. As you know, Joel, and I don't know if anyone watching knows this, but I grew up a Sega Genesis kid, so I never owned an SNES. I got to experience a lot of these games later on after the SNES had hit its prime. So I'm excited to be able to do these. I still don't have an SNES, even though I can get one for relatively cheap money. Still, they're getting pricier now because they're more collectible, but still around $50 or $70 would get me a decent SNES working.
Now we have this ball and chain wielder.
Oh yeah, he's a cinch. Like that.
He's a little bit tougher than most of the other guys because he's almost like a mini boss.
Yeah.
Because you have such a weak sword at this point. So I just use the jars and throw it at him.
That's usually what I do. First time I played through, I made the mistake of trying to use my sword, and I got smashed to smithereens by him.
And this is the other spot where a lantern would show up if you had not got it in the other two areas.
So you could consciously just decide to avoid getting the lantern and then just like feel your way through the basement.
You could not complete the game without it because there are spots where you actually need to light lamps to open doors.
But don't you get a fire rod?
The fire rods won't come after the third castle in the Dark World.
And there's areas that you need to pass before that, right?
I believe there are. And if you take this top route, you can just avoid these guys.
Yep.
But I'm going to knock them over the edge anyway.
Because it's fun. It's fun to see me go, oh, wait a minute, ow!
So now we are going to go back up into the throne room.
Yeah, I would have to say amongst all the SNES games that I've played, it's tough. I would say my top three, and they're pretty interchangeable just in terms of how great they are, is Final Fantasy VI, Link to the Past, and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, those are three good ones.
Yep. I know you in particular, you love Earthbound.
I do. Earthbound is one of my favorites.
Would you rank Earthbound higher than Link to the Past?
You're making me answer a really tough question.
Well, come on, people want to know.
I don't think I can. They're a completely different kind of game.
Controversy.
And this place is filled with rats who quite often carry rupees.
Yes. They are a good source of rupees this early. They usually drop in the blues. Occasionally I've seen them drop red.
And this is a spot where you can...
And that uses up some of your
uses a little bit of your magic.
Oh, for fiddlesticks.
I don't think there's any more of them.
Oh, there he is.
I hear one.
I think he's down at the very bottom. There he is, hiding in the corner. Like the rat he is. They like to hide in places.
They do. Sometimes you hear them squeak. They run across the walls.
Sometimes... and rope. That's what these are called.
They call them rope?
They are called rope. In the original NES manual, they were labeled rope. Why snakes would be considered rope? My guess is mistranslation. Like most things. Like most things.
Some of the earlier NES games would have some
severe mistranslations. I mean, it took until, what, Super Mario Brothers 3 for them to actually translate it to Bowser.
Right.
Because up until that point, it kept calling him Koopa.
Just call him King Koopa.
King Koopa. And that went into the horrible Super Mario Brothers cartoons. Horrible in a good way.
Yes.
Made by Deke. And the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. With Captain Lou. Imagine if Lou, what was his last name? The guy that was the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno, yeah.
Was Captain Lou Albano. They were one and the same person. He was Super Mario. You get him mad, he would turn into the Hulk.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose that could work.
That would have made for an interesting Mario game. Get it?
Yeah, here's
There you
the
go. Beautiful. And that's a breakable wall, that is.
Yep, when they're when you see a crack in the wall, quite often it's going to be breakable. And you can tap on it with your sword, and if it's a hollow sound, you know it's not just a false crack.
Yep.
However, you either need a bomb or the boots to be able to break through this one.
Get butts.
If you see the round area above the crack, that means you can dash through it.
Makes sense. Now we're about to meet a very important character. Sarsaparilla, right?
Fairly shortly, they're going to tell you to go to see Sarsaparilla, or Sashahala, or something like that.
Sarsaparilla is just easier to say.
Yeah, I've always called it Sarsaparilla. Now, if you pull the wrong lever, we will get more snakes, like this.
Ah! But rupees.
Get rupees. And even if they damage you, a lot of times they drop hearts, so they can be replenished.
Which is awesome. In like no time at all, you already racked up over 100 rupees.
Mostly from the rats. Rats are good to kill. Not your rats, of course.
No, definitely not. You'd rather eat my rats.
And until you reach the Dark World, you can come into this sanctuary here, and they will replenish your health.
Yay! And you get a heart. Your first heart for completing the first official, unofficial dungeon. I like how this game.
Two, actually. It counts it as two.
I like how this game actually really does just throws you right into the middle of it. On guard.
So now we are in the overworld, and what the game wants us to do is go over here to the X and start talking to the people in the village.
The village.
I think
That's not what you're gonna do yet, though, right?
I think I'm going to make a quick diversion.
Heart piece awaiting, right? Or is this something else that you're gonna be showing?
Something else I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I haven't played this for quite a little while, so My memory of where things are is going to be a little rusty.
There will be a heart piece once you reach the Dark World underneath here if you dash into this tree.
Yes, because the tree will have all dead leaves on it. All the leaves will just fall away.
A hollow area.
Yep.
Actually, I do believe there is a heart piece through here we can get.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
Now these guys are electric, so we don't want to attack them directly.
Did you just say they're electric?
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Yes, they are.
Now this is a scam. We don't want to do that.
Nope. Hence why it's a thief that's running the show.
I'm not going to bother with that right now. Down here, there is a spot where we can get a heart.
Ooh yeah. Right off the bat.
And no, that's a phony sword.
Oh, come on. Master using it, you can have it.
This will come out. But this guy will attack you.
Yep. He knocks all your rupees out. He's a bastard.
Yeah, I guess.
He knocks you down on the ground like everybody knocks Tom Brady down on the ground now.
And this is what I'm...
Ah, the mushroom to get to the witch. That beautiful witch who's got that massive schnoz. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nose love. You know.
Yeah,
You pick mine, I'll pick yours, you know.
Now I'm just going to go back to the village.
Yep.
It's not going to be through there.
Nope. That goes further into the Lost Forest. Now, did you ever play Ocarina of Time?
I have not played Ocarina of Time.
Would you ever consider trying it? I
I'd
know you're
consider
not
that.
big into the 3D games.
I'd consider playing that.
Okay. For those of you not in the know, Joel is a video gaming purist. He likes games that are in 2D and sprite-based. Very rarely will he play a 3D game. The few that he has played, he hasn't liked.
Yeah, there's a lot of them I'm not really into. Now, funny thing about these chickens is if you attack them, I'll maybe slash them 100 times with your sword. You will get an entire flock of chickens attacking you.
You mess with one chicken, you mess with the whole flock.
And this is the house that I believe they want me to talk to. And a lot of times you do not want to say that you do not understand the legend because they will repeat it.
Do you understand? And you're just hitting through it to try and get through the scrolling text as quickly as possible. And you accidentally hit no, and then they go through it again. Something tells me the sun shining through those windows will play a role later on in this game.
In the Dark World, yes, it will.
I like the theme to the Dark World. The theme to the Dark World.
It is a good one.
It is a good theme. The theme to the Dark World.
And there's a bunch of rupees down here. And this here you can blow open, but I don't have any bombs yet. A lot of your bombs are going to be dropped by enemies, but you can also buy them at shops. This here we can fall down. But I do for a piece of the heart.
The heart. And you get your first set of bombs.
Yeah, it's gonna be through here.
Ah, yes. Do-do-do-do. I love that sound.
It means great treasure.
Great treasures can be had if the price is right.
Let's see. There's a lot of houses that has stuff in it. If you talk to those pacing villagers, they will think that you are a thief of sorts.
Yeah, aren't the soldiers of the castle, the guards, posting up posters saying that you're wanted at this point?
Now this guy here, you want to talk to him because you can buy a bottle.
First of 4, right?
First of 4. There'll be 2 of them in the village here, and you'll be able to get 1 more once you get Zora's Flippers. The other one is much later on in the Dark World.
And it's the guy that's standing by the sign who kind of looks like Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, there will be
Miyamoto-san.
there will be an area in the Dark World once you get the Titans Mitt where I believe the Titans Mitt, yes.
Yeah, it'd be the Titans Mitt,
and you'll be able to lift the stones in the Dark World village, and where the smithy's shop is.
Stones are footballs.
Oh.
It's a football. I chiseled it. Another piece of heart. Almost got another full heart.
Almost.
But not quite. So I'm guessing next you're gonna do the dashing game.
I don't have the.
Oh, that's right. You don't have the boots yet.
Don't have the boots.
Because there is an easy way to do that piece of heart. That much I do remember. It's a way to cheat
And
without
this
really
you
cheating.
can pull on this statue,
It's Mario.
and you will get rupees.
It looks like
So-
Mario.
One way to do a rupee grind. I guess you can't do it anymore. I think maybe you have to leave the village. Don't know.
But every once in a while,
There's
they stop by.
there's some spots where you can pull, and this is what happens if you run into one.
Uh-oh. Ooh, and this one means business. He's got a trident. Oh, that wasn't very threatening at all,
Yeah,
was it?
the blue ones have more hit points, and the red ones have more than the blue.
Hi, Ink.
Now this guy's talking about the Zora's Flippers, which we can't do until we get the Power Glove, I believe. We need...
Copyright Nintendo. 1989.
Now there's the bug catching kid here. He'll give you the net where you can catch fairies and put them in jars. You could save them for healing later, or you can catch bees,
I've always
which you can use to attack.
I've always wondered about the fairies. Like, they disappear when they heal Link. Is he eating them? Is he a fairy murderer?
He might be.
Oh. Aha. This is arrows.
Some arrows. We don't have the bow, which is in the first castle we're going to go to next.
Beautiful. Now, there's a swamp castle in the Dark World, isn't there?
There's a swamp castle.
Did it burn
That
down
is,
and then fall into the swamp?
It sure did. It's actually built on It's built on. I'm just gonna buy some bombs here because I can.
Yes. Bombs are a very good resource.
There will be a point where it's not really going to matter that much. Now here's where we get our second jar.
Ah, number 2. That chicken was starting to get pissed off at you.
It did, because I threw a jar at it. And it wouldn't be too pleased.
No. I mean, most things don't like being a jar anyway.
Now, this guy's... these guys will talk about the flute boy. And you will end up finding him in the Dark World, where you get another item, which is the magic flute.
Which, ironically enough, looks like the ocarina from Ocarina of Time.
And there's a few games here to play, a few items. We cannot get this one yet.
You need the dash boots.
We need the dash boots here, because this book comes in handy.
Yes.
You need it to translate.
It's the Book of Medora, if I am not mistaken.
It is the Book of Medora.
Memory serves me well.
Now, this guy...
He's in a fight.
Yes, he's in a fight with his brother. But you can just... blow open this here.
Perfection.
And they really don't say much of consequence.
No, this is just flavor text. There you go. Nice.
And we get another piece of the heart.
And that's a full heart you got there.
And that's pretty much all we can really do in the village right now.
It's a pretty peaceful, serene place.
This here is another game. It's a treasure game. You can potentially win it. I think one of the jars will have 50, but
it's not worth the expense.
Too much time wasted.
Absolutely.
And this is the grove where the flute boy would be.
There he is.
But he will
disappear. Where has he gone?
Continually disappear, and you'll find him in the Dark World.
In the dark. Sounds dark. So I wonder if Malcolm X is going to be joining us today.
I do not know.
We may have a third person joining us by the name of Malcolm X. Yes, that Malcolm X. He likes leaving messages when he dials wrong. Just so you know, I dialed wrong. Sorry about that. So, we're making our way to meet Sarsaparilla.
We will meet Sarsaparilla, but
are we just going to the first castle first?
I'm just going to do a few things around.
Around, yes. Weird. Instant heal, which you didn't need, but now you have it unlocked. Now that rabbit, that's the most fearsome enemy in the entire game. He's got big, sharp, pointy fangs.
to get another heart piece here.